So again, my name is Paul Silber. This is not going to be a keynote speech because it's not long enough to be a keynote speech. It's going to be short and succinct. But I want to tell you, I am an entrepreneur. I'm a fan of entrepreneurs. I know how hard it is to get up here and to give a talk. I remember being a grad student decades ago and being absolutely paralyzed with fear the first time I had to get up and give a seminar in front of my department. But you know, with practice, it comes much easier, and you stop shaking so much in your boots, and you get better. And that's the most important thing. Entrepreneurship is our lifeblood. I don't care whether you're Democrat or Republican and independent. Everyone agrees on one thing, and that is small businesses and entrepreneurs create jobs. So it doesn't matter how you voted or if you voted yesterday, everyone wants to be and support an entrepreneur. The reasons to be an entrepreneur are many. I think the most important one is you control your own destiny. You work for the best or the worst boss, depending on how you look in the mirror. And you really do get to impact the economy in great ways. You get to employ people, and you get to promote something that has value, whether people know that they need it or not, right? Think about the iPad. Did anyone know that they needed an iPad 10 years ago or 5 years ago? I don't think so. But because of it, it's pretty successful. What about Angry Birds? I've never played it, but a lot of people do. Did anyone know that they needed Angry Birds? No, but you know, it's out there. So it isn't always in response to a demand that entrepreneurs are made, but if you have a good idea, people will buy it. But they won't buy it if you don't tell them about it. And thus comes the pitch. And I think a lot of people think the pitch is just about one thing, raising money. I need to pitch to people like Greg and me and angel investors and VCs to raise money, but I would say that pitch is everything in the business. You're pitching all the time. You can have the best idea, the best plan in the world, but if you can't pitch partners, if you can't pitch employees, if you can't pitch customers, your value proposition and say, buy from me, part with your money, and buy my product or service, you've got nothing. And so yes, you got to pitch investors, but you got to pitch all the time. You're pitching partners, you're pitching distributors, you're pitching channel sellers, you're pitching the whole world all the time. It doesn't just stop when someone writes you a check, you're always pitching. And if you can't, you better find a partner in your business to pitch. By the way, I've seen that happen a number of times. The brilliant technical mind who creates this value proposition, this idea, this intellectual property, but they can't pitch worth a damn, and they find a partner who's a really good person at that. So, you know, if you can't do it, but I think you can, and that's why you're here, find someone who can. So never undervalue that. Today we're going to hear a tough pitch because it's a 90-second pitch. That's a lot to do in a short period of time, but short is better than long in the business world. Get it done quickly. So I think with that, I'm looking forward to hearing your pitches. Get on.